What is some poor people food that you will eat no matter how wealthy you get? Rice and beans. Potatoes. Cinnamon toast. Not the cereal. I came here for this. Warm toast, a little butter, and a cinnamon sugar blend. Preferably cut into strips and made into a little log cabin. My mom always kept the cinnamon sugar blend in an old olive container with slices on the lid. One day my mom was at work and my dad made me toast and he put butter and cinnamon on it. No sugar though. I got upset and said, "No Spanish olives?" He was so confused. It took me a while to explain it to him, and he was laughing his butt off the whole time. We used an old, washed, spice container to store ours in, usually something like oregano or garlic. Caused a lot of interesting dishes when my mom cooked. Dad was the family chef usually. Grilled cheese, literally the best snack ever. Vareniki. Potato dumplings, most Americans probably know them as pierogi. Would currently eviscerate a pierogi. I'm fortunate to live near several authentic Polish restaurants. Give me all the farmer's cheese pierogi and potato pancakes. Heaven. I'm sad, my mom and I discovered an authentic Polish restaurant about 15 minutes away from us a couple years ago. My dad, who normally loves trying all sorts of foreign foods, just kept refusing to go for months and months. Finally we get him to go and he thought it was fantastic. So we go back the next week and find out they were closing down the restaurant except for scheduled events, like weddings. So I am bereft of Polish foods. You know what you have to do? Get married solely for pierogi, duh. My disgusting guilty pleasure of shredded cheese microwaved on top of tortilla chips. I put mine in the toaster oven because I'm fancy. Now I need a toaster oven lol. Any and every variation of potatoes. Am like Bubba from Forrest Gump with them shits. Fried egg sandwich. When you're rich, double up on the eggs and add some cheddar. This was my answer lol. If you want to really splurge, add some bacon to it. Rice with fried egg and soy sauce. Rice with pretty much anything and soy sauce. Maruchan ramen. I love Moroccan ramen so much and ramen in general. I could be a millionaire but I would still have a pantry stocked with ramen. I have bad insomnia and when I was younger and would wake up at night, my dad would make me chicken or beef Maruchan ramen. I still remember sitting in our dark dining room while my dad got the ramen from the top shelf. He would drain the water a little and put in the seasoning so it wasn't ever fully cooked. I rarely see my dad anymore so when I have a bad day, I eat ramen. The same way he made it. I was 4 then and that's the only way he'll make it now. Cheap instant noodles FTW. Sometimes, when I am feeling risky, I buy the expensive instant noodles. Shin black is the filet mignon of ramen. Edit, oh god I didn't say mignon. I'm leaving it. Empanadas. Uh-oh. You are going to upset the hipsters that now realize they have been getting scammed paying over $5 for an empanada. Honestly, I'm really proud of all of those Latino money makers out there hustling those $5 authentic empanadas to hipsters. More power to them. I'm just scared those prices will get to my tamale lady. It's $1 for the empanada, $4 for my experience in making empanadas. Exactly. I consider it a $4 convenience fee that I pay for not making them at my house. PBJ. Yes, I ate it at work for like a week and people legit ask me if everything is okay. I mean I appreciate that they care but I actually like PBJ. I eat the PBJ Uncrustables almost every morning, early afternoon to be specific, when I get to work. One of my colleagues started teasing me about it, both the fact that I eat PBJ and that I'm so lazy I buy the pre-made ones, but I'd gawk. Jesus. 90% of what I eat is poor people food. Lol, my favorite would have to be beans and wieners. Beans Weens. Costco hot dogs and pizza. If you raise the price of the ducking hot dog, I will kill you. Figure it out. Costco founder Jim Sinegal to CEO Craig Jelinek. Came here to mention this. It's real, and I believe resulted in them, Likey opening their own ducking massive hot dog weenie processing facility or something. They do something like that for their rotisserie chickens. I think they still lose money on them. Just stuff to get you through the doors. It's also how they recycle chickens that are on the edge of their sell-by date. They're losing money compared to the sale price of the chicken, but saving money on spoilage. I also assume that the unsold rotisserie chicken is then used in the salad kits and those sorts of things. Can't verify, but that would be an incredible way to reduce waste. Yup. And they're chicken pot pies, and they sell the meat itself pulled off the carcass. And I know Walmart sells their bad meat to pig farms. I wouldn't doubt Costco does something similar. Tiger King flashbacks. But seriously, food waste is an issue, and using it for feed or even compost is a good thing. Feeding livestock leftover food is not new. People even now still feed table scraps and gardens leftovers. The food scraps fro the Las Vegas buffets go to feed pigs. There are cattle farmers that take candy factory seconds to supplement the feed because it comes in cheaper than typical products. Ramen and microwave popcorn, which fueled my entire time in college. To me, microwave popcorn is the luxury. My parents weren't poor or lacking a microwave, they just were really price conscious and never saw the need to spend on bags when a big old jar of kernels was cheaper by the ounce. I was amazed when I was at sleepovers and those parents just used a bag. So convenient. No shaking. No melting butter beforehand. No cleanup. Everyone got their own bag. And it has an exotic, artificial taste just like the movie theater. I prefer the pan made now, more flavor control, and the bags are irreparably salty, but man, nuker corn seemed like it was just so cool. There are reusable popcorn bowls for the microwave. The best of both worlds. ITT, a list of my favorite foods. I know, right? The only thing I wish we had here in Australia is genuine Mexican food. Frozen pizza. I love pizza, fancy pizza, good pizza, mediocre pizza. But something about controlling how your own frozen pizza comes out and devouring it will always be satisfying. I actually like the super cheap Totino's pizza. I don't know what it is about it, but I've never regretted eating a Torino's party pizza. Peanut butter and jelly. Never forget the ones who were there for you when you had nothing. Kraft mac and cheese. But you would eat Kraft dinner, you just eat more. With all the fanciest Dijon ketchups. Noodles with butter. With some Parmesan cheese from the shaker, the kind that is like 8% wood pulp. That's sprinkled cheese at my house. Shaky cheese, my kids call it. Baked potato. Pierogi edit, wow, first award, and because of my beloved pierogi, thanks a lot. I am Polish, so for me it is a taste of my childhood. It is a simple dish to learn how to do it, but difficult to master. My way is always with sour cream and with shitload of squirky, Google this. I am a groupie of pierogi to a degree where I once ate 45 on a Christmas Eve and literally passed out. I literally make about 1,000 pierogi a month. We have a little cottage industry going on, and am always down with pierogi for a quick dinner. Pierogi with sour cream and onions fried with thyme. Edit, try frying onions with thyme and season with SP. Try adding a couple of pinches of nutmeg to your mashed potatoes, regardless of them being used as filling for pierogi or as a side in a meal. Trust me on this. Recipe? Unless you're in Tucson, then address? Stir-fried instant ramen. Tacos. They're always so cheap to make, and many times cheap to purchase. Tacos just make you feel happy. I don't know what it is. They also seem to fill you up. Tortillas and melted cheese, straight up. Edit, reading through some other responses, I wonder how much the answers are going to correlate with ethnicity. You mean, quesadillas? Cheap powdery 39-cent mac cheese. As the great Canadian poets the Barenaked Ladies said, if I had $1 million, we wouldn't have to eat Kraft dinner. But we would eat Kraft dinner, we'd just eat more. With fancy Dijon ketchup. Of course we would, we'd just eat more. Definitely the first thing to come to mind on this subject, and also very true.